community is feeling after his arrest.
That's right, Gordon. This is 22-year-old recent Baylor graduate James Barnes, who turned himself in today and was booked on third felony degree charges of animal cruelty to a non-livestock animal.
This is our first step of winning. The conviction will be won. It will be won. That's when I'll celebrate.
Cribs for Canines president Michelle Ann says she's hopeful for a conviction after she was one of the first on scene when two cats were found hung on a high wire on 9th Street in Waco on May 20th.
I do a lot of rescue. I thought the worst of the worst. What bothered me the most was how they were displayed as a trophy.
According to an affidavit, James Barnes allegedly shot the cats in the head with a pellet gun. After killing the cats, he took them to a nearby home where he and another person started recording themselves repeatedly trying to throw the cats over the lines until they were ultimately successful.
Children had witnessed this in a college area. That also bothered me.
Ann says that the suspect needs to be held accountable.
Mr. Barnes, I hope your little rendezvous in Baylor was worth it. This felony will follow you the rest of your life. And I hope you pay the price.
And thanks, Waco PD, for finding the person they believe is responsible.
They were given a case. They did their job. And now it's up to the court systems to get a conviction.
When asked about the arrest, Baylor University acknowledged that Barnes had turned himself in and maintains that the situation is abhorrent and does not reflect their values. It adds that Barnes did graduate on May 17th, but did not clarify if he would get to keep his diploma. Barnes has since posted bond. Reporting in studio, Jessica Rajkumar, KWTX News 10.
McGregor mass shooter has been transferred to a state mental hospital for treatment 18 months after he was found mentally incompetent to stand trial on capital murder charges. Nicholas Jaimes Hernandez will undergo treatment at the San Antonio State Hospital in an effort to regain competency to stand trial. Jaimes Hernandez, who, according to authorities, was in the country illegally, remains paralyzed from the waist down after being shot by police in the 2022 incident that left 5 dead and 2 wounded. He's charged in the deaths of Monica Avilés and her teenage children, Miguel and Natalie Avila, and Lori Avilés and 20-year-old daughter, Natalie, who lived next door. Our Tommy Witherspoon has much more on this in his article on KWTX.com. A police dog shot while searching for a suspect is in stable condition this evening. This is Canine Officer Andor. According to a report, police were checking out a disturbance at a home on Homan Avenue when an armed suspect threatened to shoot a woman's husband. Andor and his handler found 18-year-old Darren King hiding a few blocks away. Police say the suspect shot Andor in the chest. He's charged with multiple felonies related to the shooting. A judge has placed a former TSTC student on deferred probation in the shooting death of another student. This comes 15 months after another judge rejected the same plea agreement. The plea bargain between Taylor McBibbin and the McLennan County DA's office calls for McBibbin to be placed on deferred probation for 7 years on a reduced manslaughter charge. McBibbin had been charged with murder in the 2019 shooting death of Samantha Dragu, who he had been dating. McBibbin claimed he acted in self-defense, claiming Dragu threatened him with a hammer. Our Tommy Witherspoon has much more on this in his article on KWTX.com.
Police are continuing to investigate a shooting that left a man dead and sent another to the hospital last night. It's the 5th homicide investigation of the year in Waco. We're told the call came in around 7 p.m. near the Church's Chicken and Do Drop-In. Officials say a 30-year-old was pronounced dead at the scene and a 24-year-old was taken to the hospital where he is listed in stable condition. No arrests have been made, and if you know anything, give Waco police a call. Waco police need your help identifying some of the suspects who stole $10,000 worth of products from a computer repair store. This was all caught on camera. So take a look here. Police say they broke into Hardware Junkie in Waco iPhone repair. This is on State
I
Avenue
only live
last
30
month.
minutes
The
away
products
from
they stole included
this
laptops,
town,
Apple
Waco.
products, and computer hardware.
I'm only like
They were
30
then seen
minutes
taking
away.
off
I'm
down
just
an
like
alleyway
down the
behind
street
the
from
store.
where this
If
is
you know
going on.
anything at all,
Okay.
give Waco Police or Crime Stoppers a call.
An arrest affidavit is shedding new details regarding the
Only
tragic
30 minutes
crash
away
that
from
claimed
this
the life
town
of a
where all
Killeen
this
fire
activity is
captain who
going
was on
on.
his way to pick up his 4 kids to meet their newborn sibling.
Waco.
Austin
I'm
police
only 30
identified
minutes
the
from
suspect
Waco.
as Rodney Brimby. He's now charged with intoxication manslaughter in the death of Captain Marvin Taylor. According to documents, Brimby was speeding at more than twice the posted speed limit when he collided with Taylor's van. The document states that data retrieved from Brimby's vehicle showed that he was going 93 miles per hour before the collision, 103 miles per hour at the time of the impact. Meanwhile, the Killeen Fire Department continues to mourn the loss of Captain Taylor. He joined the department in July of 2014. He had been promoted to captain last summer. A search warrant executed at a home in Leon County led to 2 people being taken into custody. Leon County Sheriff's deputies were carrying out a search warrant for a resident who was allegedly impersonating a security guard. This picture on your screen is what deputies took from that home. Another person was also arrested at the home. Police found 14 grams of meth, drug paraphernalia, and items consistent with the distribution of illegal drugs. Multiple business owners are increasing security measures after learning of a string of thefts. Allie's Nitty Gritty Cleaning Service says their business was broken into last Sunday and 2 of their vehicles were stolen, along with a failed hot wiring attempt on another car. The business owner says if it wasn't for Temple PD and alert residents, they would have been down 2 cars.
Alexandra Armour says she's owned Allie's Nitty Gritty Cleaning Services for 5 years.
I just want to help somebody and really change their life.
Last Sunday, Armour found herself needing help after her business was broken into.
Something that you've worked so hard for has been burglarized. It feels like your world just shatters.
Not only did Armour find shattered glass, but a work vehicle with wiring all over the place, indicating someone tried hot wiring it. But what she couldn't find was the business's red Dodge or Chrysler 300.
It can feel defeating because as a small family-owned business, it's not easy. We are here to help others and serve the community. So whenever something like this happens, we're still trying to work through the emotions.
Armour took to social media asking about the missing cars. She says Temple residents posted about the Dodge being found abandoned in the middle of the road, so it ended up in a towing lot. As far as the Chrysler, Temple residents contacted Armour, letting her know they spotted it. She says Temple police found the car while the suspect was driving in it, who is now in custody.
We were flabbergasted that we had this quick of a response to a pretty serious situation. And we just felt empowered by the community, knowing that we had so many people on our side.
Armour says when a crime happens, business owners should not only call police, but also spread awareness so that way everyone is in the loop.
Just make sure that our community knows that it is happening, and we should not put it to the side. We need to be vigilant and we need to work together.
In Temple, Jasmine Lotz, KWTX News 10.
More than a year, the man charged in the death of 22-year-old Lisette Ramos of Fairfield has been indicted for capital murder. News 10's Isabella Quintanilla has been following this case since the beginning.
Guys, don't
She
forget
joins
to
us
like,
now in
share, and
studio with the
subscribe.
latest. Isabella.
I'll
Yes,
bring
that's
y'all
right,
the
Gordon.
news.
Since Jefferson was
I'll
charged
show
for the
y'all how
death
to
of
cook
22-year-old
and everything.
Denise Lisette Ramos back in May of 2024, he's been in federal custody awaiting extradition, which is now finally happening. Today, I spoke with Lisette's father about this latest development and how they are continuing to fight for justice. Since losing Lisette, her father, Luis Ramos, says their family has been doing their best to keep moving forward.
It's been over a year. It's especially the first
a couple holidays and birthdays. It's very difficult still for me and my family.
For over a year now, Ramos has been fighting to bring her justice, and now the man charged for her murder has finally been indicted and will soon be brought back to Freestone County for his arraignment.
Thursday, they went to court to go to the judge to have the extraditionary warrant signed. Towards the end of this month, he'll be facing his first court date.
But as Ramos and his family fight for Lisette, they're also helping get justice for the other women who have come forward about Jefferson.
From my understanding, there might be somewhere around 5 or more, maybe that have come forward to share their horrific stories of what this individual had done.
According to Ramos, Jefferson had been charged with sexually assaulting 2 fellow U.S. Navy service members back in 2022 and 2023 and was in the process of being court-martialed.
In the military, your command gets access to all this information, the charges, what you did. So they had all this information at hand, and the Navy allowed him to continue to travel back and forth from California to Texas.
Which is why Ramos says they're also in the process of filing a wrongful death lawsuit against the U.S. Navy.
We're trying to understand my daughter's death was legally 100%. It was unavoidable. Dangerous individuals, dangerous.
But while they still have a long fight ahead of them, Ramos says they're glad things are at least moving forward.
We plan to be at every court date, no matter how big or how small. We plan to be there to show our support for our daughter and to be sure that she has a voice.
According to Ramos, it could be a year before Jefferson actually goes to trial. We have reached out to the Texas Attorney General's office, who is handling the prosecution, for more information, but have yet to hear back. Reporting in studio, Isabella Quintanilla, KWTX News 10.
Okay, guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned. New video coming soon while I bring you guys the news, as you guys could see what's going on in the world, guys. There's a lot going on in the world, okay? There's a lot going on in the world. A lot going on in the world, guys. A lot going on in the world. A lot going on in the world, I tell you. There's a lot going on in the world. Okay, guys, I don't know if YouTube gonna go for that. Okay. All right, guys, like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned while I bring you guys more news. The ladies, okay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye. See y'all in a little bit. Bye.